I'm I'm literally only here to complain. And what can I say? Literally, what can I say? What can I say about anything anymore? Oh my god, man, everything is just like everything feels so infuriating. Oh my god. I literally Hi. I'm literally coming on to complain because I don't know what else to do. I'm having such a time. Like I feel like the social medias are out to get me for some reason. Like don't know what I've done. Well, other than existing as a woman on the internet who has like boobs. But like I feel like I'm pretty tame about how I post them on Instagram and TikTok. And I got my basically I have two Instagram accounts. One which has like 81k, which used to have like 95k. I got shadow banned on that one like over a year ago probably. And and so I was like, okay, I'll just make a new account because trying to crawl back from being shadow banned is just like impossible. And then like maybe last week or like this week, I have another account, the one that I currently use, which has like 8,000-ish, 8,500 followers, which is not a lot really. And that got restricted. Someone must have mass reported my posts because there was like a big long stack of them that was like these are all inappropriate, and they were just like random ones, like ones where I was like really clothed as well, or some of them were. And so I like, I do all the things that they want. I delete all the posts where they're like we don't like this. I delete all of the posts, and then I change my bio as well because apparently they were complaining about that even though there was nothing wrong with it. I changed my profile picture even though there was nothing wrong with that, or shouldn't have been anything wrong with that. It was just a picture of my face. But like whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, fine. Everything's fine. You have unrestricted access like um your post can be shown to non-followers again," which is like great. That's all I wanted. I'll play by your rules, Instagram, which I feel like I have always done. I feel like I have always played by Instagram rules, and I feel like most people do play by Instagram's rules and still get restricted. And then I post today, and I've never had a post do so badly. It's so disheartening. And I feel like Instagram has so many accounts that post actual just like porn, like straight up like nudity or like close enough, and they fly under the radar all the time. And it's like, ugh, it's like, and there's not that much guidance on it. Like the guidance is so vague, and they don't really tell you what's wrong with your account. They're just like, we don't really like it. I don't know. And it's just, oh my god, it's just so infuriating because like I literally rely on Instagram, which I don't want to rely on Instagram, but unfortunately I do rely on Instagram, and that sucks. So I don't know. And then I just went on TikTok and I put my Twitch as a link in my bio, and then they were like, "Oh, we don't like your bio," and deleted my bio. Not the Twitch link, just what it said in my bio, which was like my age and location and my Instagram handle. And they deleted my profile picture and my name and my bio, and were like, "You can't edit your account now." And it's like, huh? Like all at once, I'm being nerfed by everyone for doing literally nothing. I appealed it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry about that," immediately. But like, still, why am I, why am I being targeted like this? I don't understand why it's all like kicking off. Like, I just want to be able to post on Instagram and it be shown, like, maybe get on the explore page, like, a little bit, like, just a little bit. Like, go on. Feels like TikTok and Twitch is all I have left. Like, even my Twitter account doesn't get any traction. I've been on 50k followers on my Twitter account for years. Like, can you get shadow banned on Twitter? I feel like you must be able to, because you don't just get zero growth for no reason. I don't know. Woe is me. Yeah, years. Yeah, no, I feel like I've had 50k on my Twitter for a really, really long time. I'd say like 3 years. I did make another Twitter, and that is, I am getting followers, but it's slow. Like, when you're under 1,000 followers, you do not get followers quickly. Like, Twitter does not have the same kind of, like, way to grow as Instagram does. Like, it's just so different, and like Instagram, Twitter is so lenient with what you can post that it's like great because I can just post anything. But then there's like no real kind of discovery in the way that Instagram is. Like, it's really hard to like know how to push your posts on Twitter. It's kind of just like you go viral or you don't. It's so much more of a like luck based system. I feel like the same with Reddit. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to post on Reddit to get good reception. I feel like I do, and then I post something and it gets 0 upvotes, and then I post like basically the exact same thing a week later and it'll get like tons. Like, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to why Reddit posts do well or not. Like, Instagram is one of those ones where it's like you can track what's going well, and like you can look at your insights, and you can see what's getting on Explore, and you can understand what does well and how it's doing well. And you can gain followers on that in a really like consistent way, and then but they hate you. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, we have a decent system, like we have a decent algorithm for this kind of thing, but we fucking hate you and we actually don't really want you to use it. Like, I feel like Instagram is constantly just fucking themselves over and fucking everyone who actually uses their platform over. And it's just incredibly infuriating because it's like, haven't you been doing this for a really long time? Shouldn't you know how your website works and like what people want from it and like how they want to use it, and you just fuck them over consistently. Like, I'm a die-hard Instagram user. I've been using it for what, like a decade at this point. Not on my bunny accounts, but my bunny accounts have been going for 5 years. Like, I'm such a consistent Instagram user, and I swear, I know some of it's a bit naughty, maybe, you can see my tummy and my legs, and I am a woman with tits, and they just hate you. Like, it's crazy. They're just like, no, no, you gaining traffic to our platform, but we don't like you. I don't know. It just, it just feels like a fighting a losing battle. It really feels like fighting a fucking losing battle, and it pisses me off. It's incredibly, incredibly frustrating. It really is. Well, especially because I actually do really rely on Instagram for an income, like to get an income. Yeah, I just don't know. And also, it's not like I have suggestive captions on any of my Instagram posts either. Like, they're all so incredibly normal. They're so normal. If I was posting really suggestive captions with my pictures, then I would get it, because it'd be like, yeah, okay, that's suggestive. But it just seems like you can't, like, that you just cannot be a woman with a body on Instagram. But then they don't like anyone else either. I don't really know what kind of content they want to be showing on Instagram, because there's some fucked shit on there. Like, there really is. Like, if you go into Reels, I so often get like weird fetish stuff so quickly that is just completely ignored by any kind of like algorithm or like it just flies under the radar. Like, there'll be like furry fetish stuff and it's fine and it'll come up in my Reels tab. The horse profile picture threw me for a loop. It's a good profile picture, okay? It was better when I actually had bangs that were like that. I understand that my bangs don't really match the horse anymore. I kind of forgot that was still my profile picture on here, to be honest. Maybe if I had the horse profile picture on Instagram, Twitter, anywhere else, then maybe I would be doing better. Maybe that's the key to my success. But you know, this is what it is that Instagram is incredibly inconsistent with how they deal with content they don't like, or what they like, their decisions about what content it is that they don't like, and that is why it is so annoying. If they were consistent about it, then maybe it would be fine, and that's fine. You know, you just don't want me here, and I can cope with that. But like, you let my account exist for 4 years, and then you're like, actually, we've decided after 4 years we don't like you. We're just gonna stop pushing your content. Okay. Can I do anything about it? Yeah, you can, but actually it's just gonna make it worse. If you try and play by the rules, if you like delete all the content that we've asked you to and edit your bio so that it, you know, it goes it lines up with our community guidelines better. Ooh. Oh, you've actually just made it worse for yourself. We're just gonna lie to you actually and say that your posts are being shown to non-followers, but they're actually not. Because I don't know. Funny. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, it's me, Instagram, and I hate you. Like, I don't know, it just makes me so annoyed. Like, come on, man, give me a fucking break. I'm having a hard enough time as it is, and you want to fuck me in the ass like this? God damn it. Why? If anyone knows any higher ups at Instagram and would like to, you know, let out some anger on them for me, I would really appreciate that. I just makes me sad. I just want to get it. Guys, I just want Instagram likes. Please, it's all that matters to me in life. It seems such a trivial thing to complain about. It really does, and I understand that it's like, God, will you actually fucking shut up about Instagram being shit? But Instagram is actually incredibly annoyingly shit, and it's so infuriating because I actually rely on that platform. If I didn't rely on it, I wouldn't give a shit, but I do. Man. E-girl complains about Instagram for 15 minutes straight, unedited. It's really good. Maybe I need to just completely remove myself. Maybe I need to find a completely different avenue to go down. I don't know. And it's, you know, TikTok's another fucking different ballgame. Because the way TikTok works is just like so focused on going viral. Like, it's not about, for me at least, or the way I see it, TikTok is so like, yeah, it's so like viral video focused. It's not really about building any kind of platform or audience. I mean, you can, people do it, but some, like, anyone can just go viral, which is fine, but doesn't, like, don't we want to be building platforms and like garnering an actual audience? Or, you know, that's a goal that people have, and it's hard to do it, I think. I think it's hard to do on I think it's hard to do on anything at the minute. I feel like it used to be so much easier, but maybe it's just oversaturation and there's nothing we can do about it until, I don't know, a new social media comes out that everyone flocks to that's not Threads, because Threads is dog shit. I don't, does anyone use it? I feel like a lot of people signed up because it was just basically saying, yes, I'd like a Threads account, but no one actually goes on that app. And it's just like tame, boring Twitter, which is the same impression I get from Blue Sky. Not that I've ever been on it, but don't know. It's another thing I wish I didn't have to use is Twitter, but Twitter allows saucy posting, so. And I'm not calling it X, and I never will. I'm not sorry, because I don't like Elon Musk. It's just not happening. I just need to what do I need to do? I just need to go viral on TikTok and then viral on Twitch and then maybe everything will be okay, maybe. And then maybe I can get one Instagram follower. Maybe if I do that, maybe if I get one viral video with 3 million views on TikTok, then maybe I can get a few Instagram followers. And then, because I've gained followers instead of losing them, maybe Instagram will let me be seen by a few people, maybe. I don't know. Seems like they've just gone so anti-user. I don't think they even know what any of their users want. They've done that update the other day. Not that I've updated it myself because I don't want it. Where you swipe between like your feed and reels and messages. Why have they done that? Why? No one wants that. They just. It's like the number one rule is to not fuck with people's muscle memory, right? Like you're just screwing yourself over, and I swear they fucking do it consistently. No one wants to swipe between reels and feed. Does any other app do that? Like, are they trying to copy something? I don't think so. I think it's just because they want to be TikTok. Like, Instagram really wants to be TikTok. And TikTok wants to be Instagram. Like, guys, can we all just get along, please? Can we all just, like, get along and function and be, like, normal people about this? What's up, fams? Can't win at what? I can't win at Instagram. I'm just complaining about being shadow banned on Instagram repeatedly and then playing by their rules and deleting the things they want me to and changing my account and then the reach being even worse. I did what they wanted me to do and I've never had a post do worse. I deleted like 11 things that someone must have mass reported me. There's just no other way. Like, Instagram doesn't really flag that many posts unless they're really obviously like nudity or something. It's just vibes, no rules, just if they like you. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, there's literally no consistency. It's just if you have enough followers that they actually give you a real person to talk to, or just like, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, if they like you, but how do you get them to like you? Don't know. Secret. Shh, it's a secret we won't tell you. You just have to figure it out on your own. It's just like, it's just such a massive fucking kick to the teeth. I don't understand. I thought they did like me. I did so well for so long on Instagram. On my other account, my main account, this one. I did so well for so long on this, and for literally like 4 years it was fine. Here are we in 2025. Yeah, for literally like 4 years it was fine, and then they were like, "Ooh, actually, no, sorry, you've got tits. We don't like it. Go home. Go do something else. Go somewhere else. We don't want you here. Get out." I don't know. And then you see people posting like fucking actual real life fucking pussy shaking porn, and it's like, oh, so that's okay? This is okay, but me in my t-shirt, that's not. Cool. The like furry inflation fetish reels, they're okay, but me in my t-shirt's not? What do you mean? What do you mean? Maybe there's someone, there must be someone in Instagram that just, they must have like just monkeys pressing buttons. Guess you've got to become a furry then. I've posted so many cat ear pics and I feel like they don't even do that well. I don't know. I went as an alien for Halloween and I had puppy ears on, so like that's pretty close. That's pretty close to furryism, right? If I'd drawn like a puppy nose on, then it would have been even closer, but I didn't because I actually didn't want to get called a furry in public. No one actually would have done though, because everyone called me Fiona just because I was green. I was so clearly not Fiona. Like, hold on, how can I get it up? Instagram. Like this, maybe? Login. What the fuck? Oh. I follow an account that's just posted my new profile picture and I got really confused. I was like, did I post that? I didn't mean to. God, what is my password? That's a good question, isn't it? I hope I'm showing everyone this. Showing everyone my password, that'd be nice. Did I do it? Nice thinking about it. Yeah, we can save that info. Cool. Okay, let's have a look. Where am I? Profile. Did I not actually post it? Oh, God. Why is life so hard? Right, here we go. 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 I want this on. There we go. This is not. This is very clearly not Shrek. This is very, very clearly not fucking Fiona. Are you joking? It was all men as well, by the way. That are just like, green Fiona. Green woman, that must be Shrek woman. Do you want to get hit in the face? I don't know if Fiona wore makeup. I'm wearing a silver dress. In what world does Fiona wear silver and have antenna and these kind of ears? And have brown black hair. Fiona's got red hair. She's got famously red hair. That's like that's her like three main character things. Like, yeah, okay, green, she's an ogre. Red hair. What's the other one? Actually, princess, maybe. She doesn't look like she's not got a tiara. Red hair and green is, there you go. If I had red hair, I would have been like, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. Ogre, ginger, royalty. Exactly. I'm sorry. Is this giving ogre? I feel like the answer to that is no. I have like stars on my cheeks. Yeah. Look, everything's just getting on my nerves today. This is bullshit is what it is. Fucking Fiona, come on. Behave yourself. It's just... People are moving bins outside and it's... The dog's not, the dog's got to observe. Oh my god, actually, in actual good news, in like news that is actually good, and not just Instagram fucking hates me, and Twitter hates me, and TikTok hates me apparently, I'm getting a kitten. So there is that at least. Things could be fucking worse, I suppose. I guess things could always be fucking worse, couldn't they? There is that at least to soften the blow. Look at it. There he is. Look, it's a tiny little cat. Oh, he looks like he's being choked in that, but he's not. I do think they've got I do think that the hand is under his paws and not just around his neck. Looks like the Pewter Kitter. What is that? What's Kip thing to? Huh? Oh, there we go. Kip gets really bored at home because he's on his own, and whenever I go back to my parents, we have 2 cats there that he grew up with. He is always much more entertained and therefore much less of a pain when I take him out because he's really dog reactive. So I was like, well, I feel like I feel like getting another dog would be maybe nice, but also quite probably a complete disaster. So I was like, well, I'll get a cat because he quite likes cats. My friend has a cat and he loves it. It's like his only friend. Search I love my pewter kitten. Okay. So I feel like getting a cat will be like a really good result because that's just a kitten. It's grey. I do know what you're talking about though. My cat is black, not grey. You're just wrong. So I do feel like that it will be a positive thing for Kip because he'll have more entertainment at home because it's not just me. And therefore he'll be less cabin feverish and therefore less of a pain in the arse when I take him out. Understand my logic? Like, I feel like that makes sense, right? I think it makes sense. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But this cat should be, it's like a kitten, so it's going to grow up with him, so it's going to be really used to him. Whereas the cats at my mum's don't like him. He's grown up with them hating him and hissing at him and swatting at him. So a cat that actually likes him will be really nice because it's like, oh, you actually like me and want to play with me and you don't want to hit me in the face repeatedly. Do you have any names in the bank? Tuna is the one I was gonna go for. Like that was the one in reserve that I was like, when I get a cat, that's what it's gonna be called. But then I had a dream. The day after I said yes to this kitten, I had a dream that yeah, the day after I said yes to this kitten, I had a dream that I called him Miko after the cat from Nausicaa. There isn't a cat in Nausicaa. There's a squirrel that isn't called Miko. Miko is the raccoon from Pocahontas. Which is, I don't know how that got into my brain. I did used to really like Pocahontas, but I don't feel like I have Miko is the raccoon from Pocahontas as like a general factoid that I keep at the front of my brain. So I really don't know. Maybe it's because I like Miku and it's like that's like nearly the same. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So that's kind of like made a bit of an impact, to be honest. Miko's a cute name. But I also do feel like you have to like hold the creature to know what to call it. Like before I went and got Kip, I wanted to call him Spider. And then you hold it and you hold the animal and you meet it and you're like, no. And then it comes to you and it's like, yes, that's your name. That is you. I feel like Spiders could be a good cat name, but Spider is good. Spider is the name of the dog in The Woman in Black, so maybe you just don't know anything. Maybe you're just uncultured. I think if you're gonna have a creature and you're gonna call it Spider, it needs to be like a wire-haired dog, like a black wire-haired dog. I feel like that would really suit something like that, like a little ratty terrier. Why not Nugget? Because that is actually a shit name. It's like top 5 basic names that your child asks to call their hamster. Kip and Nugget. There's no connection between Kip and Nugget. What do you mean? To be fair though, actually, to give you credit, yeah, Kip does mean chicken in Dutch. Not that I didn't know that when I named him Kip. It's from kipper, which is a fish. So he's more of a kipper than a chicken, which is why tuna is like a go-to, because then it's 2 kinds of fish. And I think that's really cute. And also I really love tuna pasta. And actually, my Animal Crossing island is always called tuna. For some reason. And then the flag would be like a can of tuna. So it's kind of got lore behind it, you know? Actually, speaking of Animal Crossing, crazy work that they're releasing an update. I can't believe that. I mean, I guess it's because Switch 2, but even so, what the fuck? It actually makes me want. Every time I hear something about Animal Crossing, I want to play Animal Crossing, and then I actually play it, and it's like, God, I forgot how boring this is. And I love Animal Crossing. Maybe I should get a capture card and I could play it on stream. That would be fun. But then how much are capture cards? Is a capture card an expensive thing? Because I feel like if I played on stream instead of just on my own, it would be much more viable and I would find much more entertainment in it than just playing on my own in my living room. Okay, right. There's a big range of prices here. There is a really big range of prices that I'm seeing. Some are expensive. How much are you willing to spend? Yeah, can be cheap as shit and not great quality, but then again, it's Animal Crossing. Possibly up to $200. I would get the cheapest Elgato though. Okay. Yeah, so the Elgato, this Elgato one that is coming up, that one's 90 quid or 120 quid, which, and then there's ones that are like 15 quid. It's like, yeah, that's gonna be questionable at least, isn't it? At the very least, it's gonna be questionable. I think I do have one on my throne wish list actually. What one have I put on there? Not that anyone buys me anything on throne, because why would you? Okay, I put an Elgato one on there. Do people actually use throne? Like, I found it and it's like cool, but I'd never heard of it. I'm all for get cheap and see if it even works, because it doesn't matter how good your stream looks if no one cares. I care. Even if no one is watching, I still care if it looks good. That's why I do my makeup and sit at home. And look in the mirror. No one's watching, but I still care if it looks good. That's why I still care about my face when I'm in doggy. I'm joking. That's a joke. There's a vibe to low quality. Yeah, I suppose. I feel like maybe getting a decent mic is maybe higher on the priorities list than a capture card. Is it? I don't know. Is it? Maybe there's a vibe to the low quality. Cheaper ones might have a delay though. Yeah. I like the mic. Thanks. It's literally the mic that came with the headphones, which are disgusting by the way. I put my makeup on wearing these headphones sometimes and Actually, let me just cover it a bit because it looks really hideous. Like I'll put my makeup on whilst wearing my headphones and the makeup gets on the headphones and it looks really disgusting. Can you get replacement pads for these? I assume you can. You probably can. Who cares though? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it ain't broke, it's just vile. um, do I have any other games on my Switch? Like, I mean, I have Mario Kart, obviously, but I'm not that good at it. Although I do pay for the extra courses. What brand? These are LG. LG G733 is what it says. I just had to do my old man squint at them. I think they do come off. I think I've like sort of tried but not done it all the way because I was nervous that I wouldn't be able to get them back on again, which is always like take them off and then they're just gone and I have a pair of headphones that are useless. I think you can. I think I've looked before and I could only find off-brand ones and I was like, I don't want those. I don't want those. I want the real ones, you know. Yeah, maybe. No, I'll ask for one for Christmas. No, I don't want a. I don't want a capture card for Christmas. I want things for me for Christmas. What I do want for Christmas is one of those like phone printers, so I can do some really epic scrapbooking. God, sorry, I just realised how fucking lame I am. I just think it'd be really like I love scrapbooking and like kind of journaling, but I don't want to just write walls of text, and it's quite hard to think of things to write organically without a visual prompt. You know? So I think sticking photos in be so good. Add. Ooh. Ooh. Fingers on lips. You like what you like. I'm glad that you have interests that you enjoy. Hobbies. Yeah, I feel like hobbies are a dying thing. I feel like people just like don't have hobbies anymore. Is that crazy? I think everyone just be on their phones all the time. And they're like if you asked a teenager, like, oh, what do you do? They'd be like, TikTok. I go on TikTok. Most hobbies are expensive. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Yeah, obviously, some hobbies are. But, like, you know, reading is accessible. There are libraries. Reading's a hobby. Drawing's pretty accessible. You don't have to have super expensive tools to draw. Like, I mean, it can make it a more enjoyable experience. I think that's the case with most things, is that it is completely accessible. And then there are different levels of expense depending on how much you have. Take up pottery. See, okay, that one I would say is probably an expensive hobby. I don't think clay's cheap. I don't think a potter's wheel is cheap. I don't think the classes that I would need to learn how to do pottery is cheap. I suppose I could get some shit clay and you could make salt dough actually. Does that count as pottery? It's not really pots though. You can make Christmas ornaments out of salt dough. That is cheap. Salt dough is fucking salt and what is it? Salt and dough. Salt and like flour and water or something. It's like nothing. Clay is cheap, 2 to 5 kg for about 20 to 30. And yeah, a wheel's expensive, but you can build freeform. I guess it depends. See, it all depends. This is what I'm saying, is people are just like, oh, I can't do that because I can't buy the things I need for it. But most of the time, I don't think you need to buy really anything or very little to do something. People are just lazy and reluctant to try. And also, that's another thing, is like people start by buying the things they need for the hobby, and it's like and then not doing it, and it's like, well, it's because you've done this the wrong way around. You should have tried it without all of the kit, all of the expensive kit. You should have, given it a go before you had everything and started doing it and become someone who does it, and then you can start investing in the kit. Like, you've gone completely the wrong way around this. I think that happens like a lot of the time. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. I'm just a little guy. Because you feel accomplished by buying. Yeah, that's true. It's like a instant gratification kind of thing. I feel great buying crap and then that hollow post-nut clarity hits. Yeah, I do enjoy buying. I would even go as far to say that shopping is a hobby. Although it is. And you don't actually have to buy anything. You can just window shop. I went into TK Maxx yesterday. I didn't buy anything except some pasta. I had a great time. I love looking at all the shit they've got. I mean, I'd feel better if I bought half of it, but then you look at it and it's actually, wow, actually a lot of what this is just hot glue. And now I regret it because it's just some poor Chinese child's handiwork that they've just done with some string and hot glue and then has been sold to me for 35 quid. You don't need that. You don't need to be supporting that. Is that really an industry you want to support? Chinese children hot gluing their fingertips together to make your shitty little Christmas decorations. I love going IKEA and designing a house and room in my head, and then it's just sad. I'm just sad I don't own a fucking house. Yeah, I don't own a house either. If it makes you feel better, I wish I did. I don't think I know. Do I know anyone my age who owns a house? The only person I think my age that I know that has managed to buy a house has managed because her mum died. And I don't think that that's really much of an accomplishment. I think she'd probably rather have her mum. So, that really does speak to the state of things, I would say. But, we can always dream. Maybe my mum will die and then I'll buy a house. And everything will be good. What do you want? That's the new question. Would you rather have your parental figure or a place to live? You have two options. This girl from Archery I've been talking with owns a house. See, Archery she got sectioned the other day. Okay. I don't really think there's a connection between the house ownership and the being sectioned though. I feel like those are I don't think one goes with the other really. I think that's more of a what's it called? Correlation versus cause. Yeah, I think that's just more of a coincidence than anything else. Also, archery, that sounds like it probably would be one of the more expensive hobbies. I mean, maybe if you went to an archery class and they lent you the equipment, then it wouldn't be too bad, but then I think you still have to pay for the class at least. Maybe you could go to lots of, like, free taster sessions for lots of different archery classes. About 10 a month. See, I think that this is all a big misunderstanding that hobbies are expensive. They're not. They're clearly not. And I think we've proven it. I think hobbies are almost entirely accessible unless your hobby happens to be like yacht building, which to be honest sounds pretty fucking unlikely, or like koi breeding. Those are expensive hobbies. And they're fucking stupid as well. I think a much cheaper hobby would be much more fulfilling. It took me turning 30 last year to do stuff. You still did it though. You still fucking did it. Making sourdough bread. That's a good one. Everyone seems to be into making sourdough these days. It's so trendy. I might make some banana bread later. I think that might make me feel a bit better. I actually had a piece of toast earlier that had so much butter on it, I think it might have counted as an entire meal in terms of calorie count. Banana bread's really good. Banana bread is incredibly good, and I do make a good one. And I can put chocolate chips in it, which, you know, improves it even more. And then you can, like, put butter on it and toast it. Oh, amazing. See, that's not even an expensive hobby. I want to try that now, the way you made it. I think it's a BBC Good Food recipe, which is like a really, really easy one. Let me have a look. And then I just put chocolate chips in it. What do you mean? Oh, continue. Yeah, okay. I thought they wanted me to pay to look at it. 140 grams of butter, 140 grams of caster sugar, 2 eggs, 140 grams of self-raising flour, 2 bananas, and that's it. And then chocolate chips if you want. So it's so easy because you can just remember it. 140 grams of sugar, 140 grams of flour, 140 grams of... What's the other one? Sugar, flour, 2 eggs, 2 bananas. Sugar? Butter. Okay. 140 grams of sugar, butter, flour each. 2 eggs, 2 bananas. Done. Oh, and then you do have to put it in the oven. You can't, I mean, you could just eat the mix. I would eat the mix. 50 minutes. I think it takes an hour. 180 degrees C or 160 on fan. I do think it takes an hour to cook. 140 grams is 1 cup in American. Well, I'm not American, so I don't care. New hobby, new Instagram, won't get shadowed for that. No, but I will be starting from 0, which is the killer. Starting from 0 on Instagram these days is pretty tricky, I think. I do think that new accounts don't make it very far very quickly. That's what I'm saying. I think discovery on Instagram is slightly fucked, and they don't really want to do anything to fix it. It just feels, I don't know. I don't know. 140 grams is 1 cup in American. I read that already. But this is what I mean. It's more about ratios than actual measurements. You know? So like you could double it or half it. If you just wanted a little tiny bit. Or quadruple it if you were making 4. I don't know. And you know, you can add whatever you want to it. My favourite thing for banana bread is blueberries, putting blueberries in it. And cream cheese icing. Cream cheese icing is the best kind of icing, and I won't hear anything else. I don't ever fuck with it. My algo is what I need. Just bunch of cats, homoerotic memes, and muscle mummies. See, I think you've got it sorted. I need my algorithm to be good again. My algorithm on my personal account gives me loads of great stuff. Actually, it's nearly the same on both of them. I get fed like Japanese toys, munchichis. I get fed shit memes. I get fed targeted marketing really works on me, unfortunately. So like I do click on all the ASOS ads and things, which is annoying, but I love when the banana bread forms a caramelized kind of crust. Yeah, see, it's great. It's such a good thing. It's so yum. Yummers! Banana bread is one of the best things ever, I think. I could eat it every single day, I reckon. But then I am one of those people that just kind of like eats the same thing all the time for like 6 months and then moves on to a different thing. I've been making this like cheesy, creamy chicken leek pasta, and it is so good, and that's what I had yesterday, and it's probably what I'll have tonight as well. Like, it's just so good. Simple is best if it works for you. Yeah, I just know what I like. And I like eating what I like over and over and over again, because why wouldn't you? Until it's like, oh, now I'm bored 6 months later, and I'll just focus on something else, especially for dieting or something. Yeah, exactly. It makes it super easy. Not that I've ever done any really controlled calorie counting, just because I cannot be fucking bothered with it. Like, I really, really can't be bothered with it, because God, that is so much effort. I don't want to weigh everything I'm eating. Like, I really don't. I feel like estimation is good enough for me. And not to toot my own horn, but I did lose 3 stone. So I did it without doing exact calorie counting. I did it with kind of like calorie estimating. I only ever lose weight when I count. Well, yeah, it's the only way to be what's the word? To be accurate. And I think a lot of people do underestimate how much they eat, which is why people don't lose weight, because they think they're not really eating anything and they're actually eating quite a lot. And they have like coffees that they buy that are like 400 calories each. 3 stone is impressive. Hope you're happy. Yeah, I am. I'm much happier. I was miserable when I was fatter. Not like, not to say that you can't be heavier and happy, but for me it was not. It was not it. It was really not it. And I think, I think I gained that weight in the first place because I wasn't happy. Like, I was doing a lot of like eating just actual shit at night, like eating entire cans of Pringles while I was on the PC at night, and it was just like not good. And like living at my parents and just it being a bit shit. And also I think my I don't know. My parents eat a lot of cream, which I feel like doesn't help. And my stepdad used to like buy me like cream buns, so that definitely doesn't help. But cream bun, that must be so much. Like an apple turnover with cream in it, that's gotta be super high calorie, surely. And there's a lot to say about calorie counting, and it can be a really helpful tool, but it can also be the downfall of many. So I wouldn't do a blanket recommendation on it. I can't ever have my mum's cooking since she just pours oil. Yeah, that's crazy work. I think a lot of us have gained like we all get our food habits from our parents, and some of us have done better than others. But oil is good, and it's good in healthy amounts and good amounts, and depends what kind of oil it is as well. So it's there's not blanket bans on things, and restrictive eating is never going to be good. And also, I feel like a lot of the time, if you do restrict yourself quite severely, you will always kind of rubber band in the other direction because of the restriction. Like, I've not allowed myself sweets for so long that I just can't help it anymore, and I just eat 6 bags of Haribo in one sitting because I need it. That's why I would never fully cut. So I would never fully cut out sugar or carbs or anything, because it's just fucking torture. Like, being thinner is not worth being fucking miserable. Like Kate Moss being like, well, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. She's a fucking idiot. Like, maybe for you, Kate, but for me, I quite like buttered toast. I actually really like buttered toast. I could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to be honest, with this massive mug of tea that's like the size of my head. Perfect. Sort me right out. You have to have that small Haribo bag so you don't buy the party bag for yourself. Yeah, but no, you get those ones that have lots of small bags in, so you can just have a small bag. The freshly melted butter just hits. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like real butter, real salted butter on hot toast with a cup of tea. I don't mean to sound incredibly British. I don't care. It's so good. I fucking love that shit. I love it. It's so good. And I will say I am a Marmite? I am a Marmite girl. I do love some Marmite. That's one of my choice toast toppings, Marmite is. Nutella is good. Peanut butter I do like, but I find it to be a bit claggy because it's so dry. So, what else is there? Jam. Jam's okay. I think most of the time I'm gonna pick Marmite or Nutella. Peanut butter, I don't know, never been a fan. It's good. I do like it. I actually have been known to have a peanut butter and jam toast sandwich, which is really American of me, but it's actually really nice. It makes the peanut butter less dry. It goes down easier. And it's nice. I promise it's nice. A PBJ, yeah, no, it's good. I do have to admit it is quite nice. And I don't really like admitting when Americans are right, but on this occasion I will. Just this once as a treat, I will admit that the Americans have made something of, something decent. Sort of. It's fine. I like it. Saying that I had edibles, which was just weed on jammy bread. That sounds so sad. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, respect, okay? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Never been a fan of that kind of thing myself, but it wasn't the best bread either. Christ. I actually quite like shit bread. I think that if you're gonna have, well, it depends. Buttered toast that is kind of shit bread is still really good. I think it's just the butter that makes it, because it's just like, I was gonna call it hot and salty then, but then it's I think that would derail the conversation something. Wait till I hit 30, all the hobbies, all the drugs, all the sectioned girls. Interesting. Probably not for me, but I appreciate it. Hello again. My internet is piece of shit. Whose isn't? Who's V3? Version 3? Vocaloid 3? Which Vocaloid is number 3? Miku's number 1. Is it Kaito maybe? Version 3. What version? Version of whom? Oh, third attempt. Okay. Who is Vocaloid 3? Is it Vocal Remover? Jesus. Or the third. I meant the third one, not the fourth synthesizer. Who's got the number 3 on them? That's what I want to know. Oh, Luca? Is it Luca? Maybe? Guys, come on, show me your numbers. Does she even have? She must do. Can I? Oh, it is. I can see it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's Luca. Vocaloid, the Hatsune Miku stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the Hatsune Miku stuff. Yeah, that. I actually can't believe I only bought 2 Miku figures when I went to Japan. That's kind of crazy of me. And then actually, I did look back at pictures and I thought I should have bought that figure. And I didn't. There was a couple figures I was like, oh, I should have got it. Oh shit, how was Japan? It was good. I did actually do a whole stream on how Japan was. I was just in Tokyo. I'm not playing any audio, my headphones keep turning off. Where'd you go? What did you do? I went to Tokyo. I was only there for a week and I did lots of shopping and that's basically it. I'm not English, guy. That's okay. I just didn't know what you meant. Yeah. I literally just went there to go shopping and that is what I did. And I don't mean clothes shopping. I mean I literally just went and bought toys essentially. I think I bought 4 figures. 5 figures. 6 figures. 6 figures. I bought a Cars from JoJo figure. I bought a Ranma figure, a Shampoo figure, 2 Miku figures, and a Freerun figure. But the Freerun was a gift, so 5. You can see some of it up there. I basically, because I don't have any shelves in my house. I moved in a year ago and I don't have any shelves yet. This room is very, very unfinished. Um, but because of that, I don't have anywhere for my figures to be displayed or anything like that. So I just have a big pile of them there. That's what this is a pile of figures and some other stuff. There's some plushies there. This blue thing is the head of a giant Miku plushie that I don't even really like. I'm hesitant to go to Japan because I feel like I need to learn Japanese, otherwise I'd just be overwhelmed. I can't speak Japanese at all. I mean, I can say hello, thank you, excuse me. That's kind of all you need. Oh, well, as long as you can, like, say thank you, which is, like, you'll be buying something and they just thank you over and over. Like, it's really easy. And most people speak English. Like, I hate to say it, I really hate to admit it, but English is kind of a common language these days. And also, all of the signs have English on them. And if you do anything really touristy, they will probably talk to you in English anyway. I thought it was going to be harder to navigate, and it really wasn't, and I don't speak Japanese at all. So, you know, take from that what you will. The only thing I would say is that if you take a huge, huge hot pink suitcase that is fine on the way there from London, it might not be fine on the way back, and they might charge you £75 for oversized luggage. It's crazy how people go to these foreign countries trying to learn their language and English is just spoken everywhere, lol. I mean, yeah, I do think that it's, you know, it's good to learn a few words just because it feels a bit ignorant to just be like, they'll all speak English, you can speak my language to me in your country, kind of thing, you know. But saying that, I will admit that most people speak English. A huge amount of people speak English. It's kind of crazy how many people speak English, really. We don't colonize countries anymore, we colonize language. Well, it's just, you know, it's just come on from that, hasn't it? It's just evolved in that way. Some guy said to me, thank you in Japanese, and I responded, gracias. You tried. A for effort. At least you were actually thanking him. You could have told him to fuck off, so, you know. Small victories. It could be worse. It could always be worse. That is what I say, and then, you know, you hit rock bottom and maybe there's nowhere else to go. I think it takes a lot to really hit rock bottom. You know, anyway. And most of these people aren't going to remember you anyway, and even if they do remember you, it's only going to be anecdotal, and who cares about that? Can only get better. Exactly. How was the exchange rate over there? Fucking brilliant. The yen crashed. So 100 yen is like 42p or something. Like, everything was really, I think things are cheap anyway, or a lot of things are cheap, and then it was cheaper because literally the yen is so weak. So yeah, that worked out really well. Which was nice. I did spend like £1,000, but I went there with the express purpose of buying things, and that does also include all of my food and all of my transport, which we got the train everywhere. But we weren't really going that many places. Like, we just got the Tokyo Metro or whatever, which was reasonably easy to navigate. If you Google where you're going, like, you know, your location and your destination, it will tell you what line to get, and again, all the signs are in English, or they have English translations, and all the ticket machines, there's an option to set it to English, so it's really not that bad. I think I would have found it much more difficult if I'd never used like a tube system, like a underground system. Some stores that are very interesting. You think you're going in to buy food, and bam, just an aisle of hentai comics. Yeah, it's a weird sex culture. It is a really strange sex culture. We went to Shinjuku. We went to Shinjuku twice actually because I knew I'd seen a giant Psyduck in a crane game that I wanted, and that was the only place I could find it. I did get it, by the way, but Shinjuku's kind of red lighty, and there's a lot of brothels, and they're very obvious and very strange, and it's very kind of, it feels a bit gross, to be honest. You're good on the crane game. I wouldn't say I'm that good on the crane game, but I think Japanese crane games in particular are basically just pay to win. Like some of them have like a reasonable amount of skill involved, but like essentially it's just once you've put enough money in, we'll let you win it. Like we'll actually hold on to the thing and put it in because you've put enough money in. And like most goes before that, it'll kind of just like it'll like do grab and then let go. And then once you've put enough coinage in, it grabs and doesn't let go. So I don't really think it's that skill based, other than, you know, actually aiming for the thing, which isn't really difficult. There are other games that are like cutting strings or pushing it off a platform or like that kind of thing. Those are I would say those are much more skill based, and that's why I didn't give any of them a go. And I've watched so many Seadog VA videos of crane games, and you'd think I would actually have some know-how of how to do those ones, and I don't. I've paid zero attention, obviously. So I did actually used to play. It's like an app called Toriba, which is basically a load of webcams inside crane games, and you virtually control the crane game. And I spent so much money on it, and I think I only ever won one thing. So, crane, yeah, this thing. This? Can we? Oh, you have to have an app. It is an app. It's not just a. I thought maybe there was a And this is replays. Interesting. But yeah, you. Oh my god. It's like this. It's like a webcam, and you try and do the thing, and it's difficult because none of them are normal crane games where you just pick something up. It's like getting them between these poles or, you know, whatever. How is the food stuff? If you go to small alley places, they're English there too, or is that where you get the only Japanese speaking stuff? I cannot speak on that because my friend that I went with has got a lot of dietary needs. Like she's celiac and can't have soy and lactose intolerant and everything. So we weren't doing a food kind of holiday. We didn't go into any small alley places like that. I got Mackey's twice in a week, and I got KFC, so which I would recommend. But yeah, so I can't really, I can't really speak on that, to be honest. If I'd gone with someone else that was really, you know, that was their goal, was to eat a lot of food and, you know, try out lots of things, then I imagine I would have done that. But, you know, it was just us two, and I could have been like, oh, there's, you know, I really want to try this, and I could have had it, and she could have just, you know, watched me while I eat. But that wasn't really what I went for, and I wasn't super like eager to try anything in particular. So it was more just like, I just need something to eat after my long day of shopping. Sorry for all the questions. It's literally fine. Of course it's fine. But yeah, so it just really wasn't a foodie holiday at all. Like, yeah, she just ate the things she could eat. Like there's a few gluten-free places around. She did lots of research. But you know, I hadn't gone for food, so I wasn't gonna just be like, well, I want to go here, so can we go here and you can sit and watch me? Or like, I'm gonna go here, do you want to go somewhere else? Like, I didn't want to split up to go and eat or anything. Like, it just was not a priority at all. So yeah, it was just, I just wanted to shop, and that's what I did. So I did actually do a stream where I did a haul. I did show every single thing I bought on stream, so and it was quite fun. That's another thing, is that when you're spending money, even if you're doing it in person, you're like, wow, this is a lot of stuff. Like, I'm buying so much stuff. I'm doing such a good job of buying all these things. And then you put it all in a pile when you get home, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, I spent all that money on this, and it's like 2 things. Like, when you're spending the money and when you're picking up the things and buying them, it always feels like so much. It always feels like you've got a huge haul, and then you put it all in a pile, and it always seems really underwhelming. But realistically, I did buy quite a lot of stuff. I did buy a lot of stuff. Also, just going back to the speaking Japanese thing, if you say English words in what you would think is a kind of racist Japanese accent, they'll probably know what you mean. And that's all I'm going to say. Did you have to declare anything when you came back? No. I didn't buy anything that needed declaring. When you buy things in lots of places, you can get the tax off if you show them your passport and it's above a certain amount. And if it's in somewhere like Don Quixote, they like bag it up and seal it, and you're technically not supposed to take it out of the bag until you leave the country, but no one's checking. No one's checking. It's only to ensure that you actually take it out of Japan. Like, if you pay for something and don't pay the tax on it, it has to leave the country, and that's why. But yeah, no one's checking. Unless you buy things that are really expensive, like designer things, then they might check. But other than that, no, you'll be fine. I need an example bunny. I'm not doing it, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on camera. I'm just telling you that it does work. And it sounds bad. It sounds bad as a concept, and it sounds bad when you do it, but it's true, and it's a thing, and it's not racist. It's just they have a lot of English borrowed words that are kind of like, that have been like Japanified. It's not a word, but you know, put into their kind of language, like kind of changed it. So saying things in a horrible saying things in the accent does work a lot. That's how I got my Hollow Knight Nendoroid. Because it was behind the counter, so I had to be like, oh, you know, I'm not doing it, but you know. Pure City Walk impression. I don't know what that is. Should I know what that is? Because I don't. But yeah. And a lot of people will tell you that that works. It's not just me. Oh, from South Park. Okay. Okay, yeah. Essentially. Go watch a CDOG VA stream. Like a IRL stream. Or see him talking to people about coming to Tokyo, and he will say that exact same thing. He'll tell you do the Japanese accent, and then I'll understand. You know, if push comes to shove, or if it's like something that is in English anyway, like the Hollow Knight thing. Hi, Kip. You okay? It's getting a bit cold for him these days. He's not a winter dog at all. He's so skinny, and so small that he doesn't really, like, he's not got a proper coat. He doesn't really retain any heat. He's a very good little hot water bottle, but he's not good at keeping himself warm at all. Need a jumper on. He had his Christmas jumper on last time, but maybe I should put it back on. Christmas has started in this house. I mean, I haven't got anything out, but in my mind, it's officially Christmas season. Like people are allowed to do the Christmasing now. I think before Halloween, then it shouldn't be allowed. But after Halloween, I think is perfectly acceptable. What do you think? You've got that lovely dog smell. Mmm. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. He looks like that watermelon cat, but if it had been eating charcoal instead of watermelon. Like that. You know what I mean? Like the black around his mouth. He's the most ridiculous creature ever. Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. Does that weird thing with his mouth. Really that tired, mate? You've done nothing all day. It's been raining all day. I took him out for 5 minutes and he was done. He was like, I want to go home. Which, honestly, I don't blame him. I left the house and I was like, this is bullshit. And I like autumn and winter, but I don't really like going out in the rain. I'm more like sitting inside while it's horrible outside. Although I do really prefer to get my steps in, and it's not really the right kind of weather for it. I need like a treadmill or a walking pad so I can get my steps in front of the telly. I think that would fix me. That's my weight loss tip. Not that I've done it, but I mean, I've lost the weight, but I didn't do it like this. But if I was going to do it again, I would get a treadmill and walk in front of the telly. I really would. I think that's the way to do it. I could like double my step count if I had a treadmill in front of the TV. That's what I would actually really like that. That's my next that's the next thing on my wish list. Is something to get my steps in indoors. This may be a loaded question, but does being white make people more polite in these Asian countries? My best mate is African American and he found that when he went with his white girlfriend that he was treated better than him. I don't know. Is the answer. Yeah, maybe. I don't think they see black people very often. So yeah, maybe. But I couldn't tell you. Could that also be a gender thing as well? Yeah, maybe. I'd say there probably is some bad stereotypes floating around. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I went with my other white female friend, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about some not very some not great stereotypes. What do you think, Kip? What do you think? You don't think anything ever, do you? Also, I'm really not an authority on Japan. I've been once. I can tell you a couple things, but don't take this as any kind of gospel. God, what are you doing? You're such a strange creature. Kip, are you excited to get a cat? I think it's a trigger word. I said this to him the other day and he started barking, and now I keep saying it and I think he's getting less and less response, which is good. But I do. Kip, are you excited to get a cat? Is there a cat? So he's gone to look out the window. Is there a cat? Is there a cat out there? It's definitely not. We're gonna get a cat, Kip. God, I wish you could see his face. That's what I need is a Kip cam, because he's always next to me. Oh, he is good. He's very good. He's keeping watch outside. He's a good dog mostly. He is incredibly dog reactive, which is basically his only flaw. But other than that, well, and he doesn't really like being left in his crate or left alone. But other than that, other than the dog reactivity and the separation anxiety, he's actually very good. He's a very lovely companion, is what I mean. He's a bit of a shithead, but He's lovely, and he's cute, and he's warm. How old is he? He's 2. 2.5-ish. So he's only young. And I do think getting the cat will improve things quite a lot, because then when he's home alone, he actually won't be home alone because there'll be another animal. When I leave him home alone at my parents', where there are 2 cats, he's fine. Rescue, nope. I got him as a puppy. And I also do think it'll help with reactivity a little bit, because he'll be more entertained at home and then won't kind of like be really pent up and excited when he goes out the house and sees other dogs. Although I do think that he is better with the reactivity than he used to be. He's still bad, but he's better, I think. Eep, you good dog. You know, the separation anxiety probably is entirely my own fault, because he's a proper Velcro dog. He is a very classic Chihuahua. He's got all the breed characteristics. He's very loyal. Well, very loyal to me. He's a good lad. I do love him. I will say that no one warns you that when you get a small dog, you will get approached constantly. I literally cannot leave the house without someone talking to me about the dog. And I don't really like talking to people. I don't like talking to strangers, definitely not. And I get talked to a lot. And it's mostly well-meaning, middle-aged and older women. And it's fine. It's fine, and I'm sure they're lovely. But I just don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Like, please leave me alone. How do your parents handle him if he has a moment when you're away? What do you mean a moment? He's fine. He loves my parents. He loves my stepdad, because my stepdad feeds him from the table. That's why he's got issues with begging. If I had not raised him in a house with my parents, he would not beg and he would not sit at the table and look at you. And also, his reactivity isn't difficult to control because he's so tiny, so it's not really that big of an issue. It's just a bit embarrassing, which is, you know, can cope with that. It's not that bad. It could be so much worse. He doesn't bite anyone. He's literally fine. Some small dogs are just uncontrollable. Yeah. He's so small, though, that it's like you just kind of pick him up and remove him from the situation. You know, you just move on. I did one time. I was walking Kip through town, and this woman had like a terrier, or no, I think it was a Chihuahua, a bigger Chihuahua than Kip, and a French Bulldog, and they both got so angry at Kip walking past that they just started fighting each other. So, you know, it could be worse. That's pretty bad. That's another reason why it's like, well, I'll get a cat instead of a dog, because if I have 2 dogs and they're both little shits, and then I have to take them both out, I can't be bothered. I really think the cat is a good choice. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's going to be really good. Fucking hope so anyway. And it's a Christmas cat as well, which is so cute. I love Christmas. What breed of cat are you gonna get? I think he's a ragdoll cross. He's just like a little black, fluffy, sprite looking thing. He's really, really cute. My friend's getting one as well, and she already has one from the same breeder. I think it's his uncle or something. So, and my friend's cat is that cat that she's already got is Kip's only friend. Like, he already likes him, so I think it's gonna go really well. I don't really see it going too badly. Hopefully. You're yawning. Literally done nothing all day. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I paid the deposit and everything, and so it's like official. I just need to start buying cat things, I guess. So I'll have him in like a month. Yeah. Cute little December kitten. I think that's going to be so sweet. and so much fun. I love cats. Every time I go back to my parents' house, it's like God, I do miss having a cat. Maybe I'll just take the cat home instead of Kip. What do you think? What do you think? So yeah, cat's already been pre-ordered. Kip doesn't know anything about it. I have told him, but I don't think he understands English. And I don't think speaking to him in a racist Japanese accent would work, so. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe underneath all this fur, he's a little Japanese man. He seems excited by that. Maybe it's true. You're a small Japanese man under there. Very small Japanese man. Hmm? Now I've said it, I don't really want to think about it because it would mean he's very pervy. Not because he's Japanese, but just because he gets his cock out quite often. And he likes licking my feet. And I don't want to think about a small Japanese man doing that. Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to go make my dinner. So I'll leave you with that lovely imagery. I might come back on later, but I kind of imagine probably not. So maybe tomorrow. What's for dinner? I'm gonna have the same pasta I had last night, probably, which is like chicken and leek, creamy, cheesy goodness. I posted it on my story, and I'll probably post it again. So if anyone would like to follow my Instagram and tell me I'm good and repost all my posts and make Instagram love me again, that'd be greatly appreciated. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of cope and try not to cry about it. But yeah, okay, thank you for coming. I've actually had a decent few people here, so thanks for listening to me yap and complain a lot. Okay, bye!